Caroline is 12 and Ellie is 10.
Hello, my name is Audrey, and I am a mom to 3 amazing children.
Hi, I'm Alice. I have 4 children. I have 5 grandchildren and 3 bonus grandchildren.
Hi, I'm Tammy, and I'm a mother of 2 children, one 18, headed to college in the fall, and one 13, headed to high school in the fall.
How has motherhood shaped my faith? When I think about that, there's many ways it has, but the most significant way is that I surrender and I trust God with all of it. Mom guilt is something we struggle with daily. It's a natural part of being a mom, but it is at times debilitating. And so I've learned through becoming a mom that I need to trust God, and I need to take my worries and my doubts and my fears and all of it to Him. And He has helped me in countless ways. And I don't know what I'd do without my faith when it comes to being a mom. A verse that has really helped in my motherhood is one of my favorites in Proverbs, chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all of your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all of your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight." That verse has been so impactful for me because as a mom, there are so many things that I want to provide for my kids. I want to help them through situations, but there are things I can't do for them. There are things I can't control. And so trusting God that He's handling it, He's taking care of them. And the lean not on your own understanding, that one is huge. I go, sometimes I mother out of my own life experiences, or even some trauma. And so sometimes I don't know what to say, how to say things. So really going to Him, not leaning on my own understanding, trusting Him, and He will make my path straight. He's the source of strength, and that is, I hope, something that my kids will take away, is that He's your friend. He's always there. He can help guide you and lead you in life. And being a mom, it's the greatest gift. I'm so grateful.
So for me as a parent, there is one verse in the Bible that sticks out to me, and that comes from Deuteronomy 6:6-7, and it goes, "And these words that I command you today shall be on your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise." And for me, that's been something very big since starting my journey at the journey, is living in God's word and teaching that to my family. I feel as if it's helped me grow as not only a mother, but a wife and just a better person in general. So for me, the way that I have dove into my faith since becoming a part of the church, not only inside the church but outside of the church, has been significant in how I'm raising my children. I do have one child who is going to be 14 here in the next couple weeks, and then I have a 6-year-old, and then I have a new baby. So to see the difference from how I started before, when I didn't put God at the core of my life, to now that I do have God at the core, has been a big difference. And if I could give you advice for anything in life, it would just to be stay here, stay around the people that love you, stay around the people that look to God for their answers and not worldly things.
How has God helped me as a mother? We dealt with some issues with one of our children starting in approximately 2nd grade, and we had no idea how to navigate it. And yet, God continued to put people in our path that helped us find our way. And the growth that we have seen in our faith through that journey is unprecedented. When we were at the height of the difficult time, I had a really good friend stop at my house, and she just left a note on the door. And in that note was a verse that she had written for me, and she had copied out of a magazine. And I didn't look at it. I had it, I set it up, I didn't really look at it, but then when it really hit and things were really tough, all of a sudden I noticed this verse, and I'd like to share it with you now. It's Ephesians 3:20. God is able to do much more than we ask or think through His power working in us. And it's funny, on the back of what she wrote, was a little note card, and it says, and she underlined for me, entrust your loved ones to me. Release them into my protective care. They are much safer with me than in your clinging hands. That's when I knew I had to let go and let God.
My relationship with God has greatly improved and enhanced my relationship with my kids and my ability to mother them. From the time my kids were born, I visualized handing them to God, putting them back in His hands and saying, they're yours. That way I knew no matter what befell them, what challenges they faced, that they were being held, that He had them. And I know that, as it says in Jeremiah, that it's Jeremiah 29:11, I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. That's all I wanted for any of my kids, was to know that they had a future that was in God's plan. And I had lots of plans for my kids, and I'm sure my parents had lots of plans for me, and it just doesn't always work that way. I've seen my kids through challenges, I've seen them through triumphs, but I think the relationship that I have with God through prayer is what helped keep my sanity during the times I had to send them to a different continent, to, watch them walk down the aisle, watch them face challenges that I couldn't do anything about for them. So, but above all, besides the challenges, there were so many times I was grateful for the gift that they are and the gifts that they've brought via these grandkids. And I see the same thing with the grandkids, that, my kids are doing a really good job to let them be their own people and to trust in God as they're growing. So I guess my relationship with God has been the thing I've leaned into the most. And I'm very grateful and humbled and honored that He loves me enough to let me be their mom.